Australia has one of the world's most important mining industries. It is a major exporter of coal, iron ore, gold and copper, and is self-sufficient in all minerals bar petroleum. Since the first discoveries the coal in 1798, mineral production has risen every year in the decade to 1992 it doubled. Business school admissions officers said the new drive to attract younger students was in part the result of a realization that they had inadvertently limited their applicant pool by requiring several years' work experience. Talented students who might otherwise have gone to business school instead opted for a law or policy degree because they were intimidated by the expectation of work experience. A thesis is a claim that you can argue for or against. It should be something that you can present persuasively and clearly in the scope of your paper, so keep in mind the page count. If possible, your thesis should also be somewhat original. Lincoln's apparently radical change of mind about his war power to emancipate slaves was caused by the escalating scope of war, which convinced him that any measure to weaken the Confederacy and strengthen the Union war effort was justifiable as a military necessity. Exhilarating, exhausting and intense. There are just some of the words used to describe doing an MBA. Everyone's experience of doing MBA is, of course, different through denying that it's hard and a demanding work whichever course you do. MBA is one of the fastest growing areas of studying in the UK, so that must be a sustainable benefit against form in one pain. As to the Industrial Revolution, one cannot dispute today the fact that it has succeeded in inaugurating in a number of countries a level of mass prosperity which was undreamt of in the days preceding the Industrial Revolution. But, on the immediate impact of the Industrial Revolution, there were substantial divergences among writers. "450 million people today face water shortages, but people in rich countries are wasting water. We are used to turning on the tap and having fresh running water whenever we want it. Each person needs 80 liters of water per day for health and hygiene. The average American uses 500 liters per day. Business school admissions officers said the new drive to attract younger students was in part the result of a realization that they had inadvertently limited their applicant pool by requiring several years' work experience. Talented students who might otherwise have gone to business school instead opted for a law or policy degree because they were intimidated by the expectation of work experience. The emergence of IT has created new products, processes and distribution systems. New products include the computer, the internet and digital TV. New processes include internet banking, automated inventory control and automated teller machines. And new distribution systems include cable and satellite TV. Charter schools have governing bodies whose job is to support and guide a single school. The board is also responsible for holding school staff accountable for results and has the authority to fire the principal or director, other administrators and teachers if they fail to advance the school's mission. This degree program is ideal for students and working professionals who want to build new career paths in civil and diplomatic services, conflict resolution, political journalism, international justice, international economic development, humanitarian relief, human rights advocacy, political and economic risk analysis, and more. When the funding for research comes from the same organization that is going to gain from a favorable outcome, there is a strong potential for biased results. Taking drugs companies as an example, legislation usually requires rigorous trials for new drugs that can take many years to complete. Waste management is the managing of waste by disposal and recycling of it. Moreover, waste management needs proper techniques keeping in mind the environmental situations. The water is polluted in the name of industrial development, religious practices, and more will cause a shortage of drinking water. Without water, human life is not possible. Moreover, the way waste is dumped on the land eventually ends up in the soil and turns toxic. Public transportation plays a pivotal role in facilitating urban mobility. It reduces congestion by transporting a larger number of people in a single vehicle, compared to private cars. This efficiency aids in reducing travel time, enhancing productivity, and improving the overall quality of life for citizens. We live in a world where traveling is done in many ways. There is by land, sea, and most importantly, air. Our market analysis will focus on traveling by air, getting passengers from and to their destination. The fundamental difference between organic and inorganic fertilizer is their source. Organic fertilizers are derived from living things including plants, animals and manures, while inorganic are synthetically derived chemicals plus minerals from the earth. Our capacity to function is improved by being in good health. Maintaining good health enables us to fend off illnesses and strengthen our bodies. Hygiene refers to routine actions we take to maintain our health. We are shielded from illnesses by these procedures. As a result, every living thing on Earth is directly or indirectly dependent on the sun. Since solar energy is entirely renewable, it is available as long as there is sunlight. Because no